So, Dredge. Change movement speed when charging Rain of Darkness to 3.8 was 3.6. That's a buff, obviously, right? So that's when he's holding his power, right? And now he can move around a bit quicker. Yeah. Increase teleport speed outside of Nightfall to 19 was 12. Reduce the teleport cooldown outside of Nightfall to 10 seconds was 12. Decreased time to break out of locked locker to 2.2 was 3. Increased charge rate of the Nightfall meter to 1 charge per second per injured was not. So it's all reduced volume of the Dredge's sound effects to make it harder to detect, and adjusted several add-ons. So they've buffed him overall, right? We've increased the Dredge's movement speed both while charging its power and while teleporting outside of Nightfall to give it a slight boost in both strength and feel. The Dredge could have difficulty taking advantage of the reduced visibility in Nightfall due to their now loud sound effects. They were a bit too loud, I agree, when approaching, so we've reduced their volume. Also, incorporated part of the effects of some must-have add-ons into the base kit, then toned them down accordingly. It'd be more interesting if they added some base kit add-ons and then changed the add-ons completely, right? Yeah, I mean, they've buffed Dredge. Fucking who knows, right? They've buffed him. The Doctor. Reduce static blast cooldown to 30 seconds if no survivors are in range. What? So it goes faster when there's no survivors there or something. Okay. Reduce static blast cooldown to 45 seconds if survivors are in range. From what? So here, it was saying from something. But here it's not telling us. I hate when it does that. It's like they pick and choose when to tell you what it's changed from. 60 was it? Okay. Increase movement speed when charging static blast. Yeah. Adjusted static blast cooldown add-ons accordingly. Very minor. It's not even going to be noticeable, honestly. You'll find people a bit quicker, which is good. Getting chasers quicker. Doctor static blast can be a helpful tool for people struggling to find survivors, but in the long cooldown makes it punishing to miss. Okay. We reduce the static blast cooldown slightly if a survivor is affected. Reduced it much further if no one's in range. Okay. Also increase the movement speed while charging it. Yeah. I mean, that's a nothing burger in my opinion. This is bigger so far. Still not like huge though, really. But yeah, this will be more impactful. I don't think that'll really be impactful at all. Maybe for like strategical play to see if anyone's coming for a hook save, I guess. Nemesis. Change. Requirement for reaching mutation rate 2 has been reduced to 5 contamination points, was 6. So it's like the add-on they nerfed, right? And now they've made it where it's only 2 hits, because it was 3 hits for some reason, weren't it? You have to hit Survivor 2 times, and then a zombie, or a Survivor 3 times in total, or something like that, right? I think. Increase the hindered penalty duration when it infected a survivor to 2 seconds was 0.25. What the fuck? Alright, that's made it a bit not as bad. They don't get as much distance when you hit them. But it's only when infecting a survivor. So when they are infected and you hit them, you're not going to get any of that. It's only when they get infected, I believe. Yeah, I mean, it's still a negative. They're getting distance, aren't they, when you hit them, and they don't take any health state. But yeah, buff. Adjusted Liquor Tongue and Marvin's Blood add-ons because of this, obviously, right? To help him get up and running, we have reduced the requirement for the Nemesis to reach mutation rate 2. This effectively means the Nemesis can reach mutation rate 2 in his first 3 tentacle strikes on a single survivor. Oh, okay. So you don't need a separate survivor. You can do it in one chase. The hindered effect caused by infecting survivors was previously very short, yeah, 0.25 seconds. And they get a spree boost on top, making its effect inconsequential. We've extended the hindered effect to last throughout the speed boost. The survivor gains from being hit with the tentacle, reducing the amount of distance they gain. Sure, why are they doing this? It's so random, right? I feel like they're setting up for something. Blastman got... Oh, what? Not by much, but that's weird. I thought Blastman was fine as is. What is it, 5-second stun for just doing gen? Does this make it practical? No, but let's be honest, that's not why I'm using Blast Mine. We've slightly reduced the repair requirement to make it a little easier to activate, but not so easy that it becomes annoying to face. This would also make it easier to activate Blast Mine when repairing a generator with another survivor. Weird. I don't know. I thought it was fine, but whatever. Wiretap. Reduced activation requirement to 40 was 50. Might have been very useful, though since the killer must be nearby, it's always a risk being destroyed. To get it back up and running sooner, we've reduced the repair requirements. I thought wiretap was fine too, but sure. I don't think people are just all of a sudden going to start using these more. The people who use them are still going to use them. Don't know. Chemical trap. Reduced activation requirement to 20% was 50. That's big. That's more than half. Reduce the trap duration to 60 seconds was 120. Yeah, that didn't really matter though. Like, the duration doesn't matter. You're going to end up kicking the pallet in a minute, aren't you? Chemical traps, previous requirement was a little steep for the effect granted. Significantly reduced the repair requirement to allow it to come into play more often. At the same time, we've reduced the trap's lifespan so the killer has more choice in whether to break certain pallets until the trap has expired. Right, you need to break a lot of pallets though, devs. You've made the game so you have to break a lot. I guess Bloodlust. Mirrored Illusion. Reduce the activation requirement to 20%. Dude, these are like massive changes in how much is required. 20%? How many seconds is 20%? It's like maybe 17, 18 seconds or something. Reduced duration to 60. Yeah, okay. So what was this? Wild fun to use. Mirrored Illusion. Oh, it's that thing. Okay. Well, it's not too crazy, that. This is probably the craziest, I guess, because you get it for chasers more. But you only get one, though, yeah, but still. Dance with Me? This is so strange. People use these anyway. I never heard anyone say it needs cooldowns and stuff. This is so strange. Dance with Me's long cooldown meant it realistically would not activate more than once per chase. Wow! Okay. For many players, we've reduced it significantly to create more opportunities to shake the killer. Wow, okay. That actually might be really solid now. So you get no scratch marks every 20 seconds you vault something. Okay. Deception. Also, random text. Thank you for the sub, man. And the follow. Appreciate you, man. Deception. 20 seconds. Similar, it was a long cooldown. We reduced this perk so it comes into play more often. Diversion, reduced activation requirement to 20 seconds was 30. Not too much difference. Diversion requires being within the killer's terror radius without being chased. This is much stricter than the typical cooldown, so we have to cut the requirement down. Blame with the 100 bits, first bits and top bits. Appreciate it, man.
Less than 33, you true are you.
Love you too. Appreciate it, mate. Flashbang. Reduce activation requirement to 40% was 50. Not too crazy of a change. Flashbangs can come in handy. I don't know why they're buffing these though. People thought didn't people think these were fine? Like, Flashbang's really good in Swift. What is this? Prestige. Why is it showing? Okay. Prestige levels are no longer shown in pre-game lobby. Honestly, I'm not gonna read it. It'll make me cringe. I hate that shit. Like, you know, oh, we can't have rank mean something because people will feel inadequate. Oh, we need to hide MMR and blah. Shut up. It annoys me. Like, dude, why are you not rewarding people who do good or play your game long? It's like you just care about people who don't. Increased duration of hook phases to 70 seconds was 60. That's huge, obviously. That's another 20 seconds on gens allowed for hook trades, which is fucking huge. This to me makes me feel They really want the game to be about chases and hooks, but they're so stubborn that kills is the right way. But they do stuff like this, which obviously is like, you want the game to be about hooks, right? Because like, this is trying to force you not getting hook stages. Like, not as in like separate hooks. They want the game to be separate hooks, because this is incentivizing people getting hook stages, which is basically staying at a hook and someone dying on one hook or two hooks instead of three. Play and appreciate the gift of sub to Manasium. Thank you, man. And Rudy, appreciate the follow. Some time ago, the total repair time of generators was increased. For the most part, yeah, but you've nerfed the fuck out of gen defense. So it doesn't really matter, does it, if you think about it? You do need to think about it all as a whole. Like, gen defense is fucking trash compared to what it were. So who gives a shit you added 10 seconds? Is hook speed up somehow, like, better now? No, nothing's changed to it. So this will actually make a big impact. The gen thing has not made an impact because you've destroyed gen defense, or near enough anyway, right? It's super, super weak compared to what it were. For the most part, this was a positive change, though it had side effects of making camping more effective. Make the game about... Okay, yeah. Focus on repairs was the best way the other survivors could counter camping, but the repairs taking longer, the survivors aren't able to get as much done before the hook survivor is sacrificed. That's a lie. You still can do all the gens. So this is a lie. Outright lie. You can trade hook and do all the gens before the killer's even got a kill. So this is an outright lie. And we out perks, even easier. That's with like loads of gen blocking perks and stuff. So this is a lie, in my opinion. Complete lie. To combat this, we've increased the duration of each hook phase to 70 seconds. This will allow more time for survivors to repair if the killer chooses to camp the hook survivor. Yeah. Yeah, just more times on gens. You want the game to be about individual hooks, but you're so stubborn, you're still going to say kill incentive, right? Scratch marks. Improve scratch marks visibility. Really? Again? Interesting. Oof. You don't want it too much, though. It might be confusing. Okay. Scratch marks are an important tracking tool, but could be hard to see on some surfaces. We've renewed each map to ensure they are adequately visible. Okay. That's a lot. That seems very, very extreme. Once again, I think they're aiming for more newer players. Once again, with like most of this. Midwich Elementary School removed breakable walls in the bathrooms. In the bathrooms? What are we on about? In the bathrooms? The fuck are they on about with that? Breakable walls in the bathrooms? The room with a hallway upstairs. The two walls that go upstairs. You're not on about they've made... They haven't added the god loop back up there. Oh, wait. I know what you mean. You're on about the shortcut. I thought they were on about Badham for some reason. Right. That's actually a really good survivor buff. Because you can kind of hide there. And the killer needs to waste time looking. So, disagree with that. Why have they done it, I wonder? Added objects near exit gates to reduce visibility. Right, so let's see. So why have they done that? We remove breaker walls, which previously brought the path to another. So the hallways used to have long sight lines, making it easier to spot approaching killers and difficult survivors to hide. Still do. Oh, have they changed that? No, it says near exit gates. We've moved some objects around to limit in the hallways. We've also... Okay, so they've done more than what they said here. Oh, sorry. Altered layout of hallways to reduce long-range visibility. Okay. That's good. It's a good change. I don't know if they needed to do this because of that, but I guess we'll see. They felt they did, right? And then added more... blah, blah. We've also added objects obstructing the view of exit gates to make it harder to stand in the center of the map and monitor both gates at once. It's stupid, the exit gate part, anyway, but whatever. Yeah, no, there you go. Takeaway from this, Bumblebee, appreciate the 81 out of bloody 8 months. Nag for the follow as well. Takeaway from this, like too long didn't read, I guess. Dredge, gonna be a bit better, right? Things are just like a bit quicker. Doctor, you won't notice much. Weirdly, it's it's probably going to help his hook stage camping. That's about it, right? Because you get it back quicker when people aren't there. So, oh, I wonder if it means if someone's on a hook, though. You'll probably never get this then, really. Barely. But yeah, minor. Yeah, I mean, they're all going to be impactful. I think Dredge might be the most impactful, Nemesis second, and Doctor third. Blast Mine, weird. Didn't need it, but sure. Same with Wiretap. Chemical Trap's probably the biggest buff, I think. But I don't think people care about this. Oh, no, this might be the biggest buff. 20 seconds from 40. Dance With Me might be the biggest buff. Deception, I don't think will be used as much, but maybe. But these two are quite big. Diversion is only 10 seconds, so you barely notice the difference, right? Still decent, though. And Flashbang is only 10%, so once again, probably won't even needed, honestly. I don't hear anyone talk about it. Oh, it takes too long to get a Flashbang. Prestige is whatever, I'm not reading that. It's gonna be just stupid. This is dumb, in my opinion. Or just make the game about hook, so you don't need to keep trying to, like, plaster fix people going for kills, because you're literally telling them to go for kills. Scratch Marks, we'll have to see. It looks massively extreme. It looks like it's more kind of for, you know, the new players. And then Midwich, some good ideas. Obviously, you want to block more of the hallways. There's way too much line of sight. Breaking this is going to waste the weaker killers' time more. It'll waste everyone's more, but the weaker killers take time to do everything longer, so it just adds more to them. And then, yeah, So there you go. Did a little review of that. So what is this called? This patch notes. You're doing Java.